Hello everyone, it's your girl Claudie from cookiewithclaudie.com. In this recipe today, I'll be showing you how to make the perfect donut with exact measurement, step by step and detailed. Guess what? I will be showing you 3 other fillings, including the Milky filling. Okay, in total 4 types of fillings. So keep watching this video to the end, and please let me know in the comment section what you think about this recipe, and do not hesitate to ask any questions and I'm going to answer ASAP. So keep watching ahead. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel with amazing recipes, like and comment. Before we mix the dough, we are going to start by making our lemon curd. For the lemon curd is going to be one of our fillings. You want to place a glass bowl over a pot of boiling water. This is the boiler method, okay? Now you want to add in some sugar, lemon juice, lemon zest, whisk that, a pinch of salt, and with some egg yolks. You want to go ahead and mix everything. So you don't, or you are not supposed to cook this over direct heat, okay? You need the double boiler method. Now remove from the heat, add in the softened butter. You want to mix everything until it becomes slightly thick like this. Transfer to a jar and place a cling film on it so that a skin doesn't form on top. Now let it go to a refrigerator until it cools and thickens. Let us activate the yeast. Right here I have some warm water. You can as well use warm milk, okay? If you are using warm milk, you need to skip the powdered milk in this recipe. Now you want to add in some yeast, some sugar. You can see I'm using 1/4 cup of sugar here. You want to go ahead and whisk everything, then let it set aside and proof for 5 to 10 minutes. In this recipe, I advise you to use a kitchen scale. I'll be using 500 grams of all-purpose flour, which is equivalent to 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Now go ahead and transfer that into a stand mixer bowl. Add in some powdered milk. I'm using powdered milk because I used water before. Had it been if you were using liquid milk, you would not use the powdered milk, okay? Now the yeast, you see it is looking like frothy and foamy. That is when you know your yeast is alive and is working well. You do not want to skip the proofing part of the yeast, okay? Add in some eggs, salt, with some vanilla. I'm using the vanilla paste here. Go ahead and whisk until it comes together to form a ball or a dough. At this point, you're going to add in your softened butter, okay? Do not forget to check out the recipe. Now keep mixing until a perfect dough is formed. Now for the dough, it's supposed to be slightly sticky and tacky. At this point, do not be tempted to add in more flour because you don't want to end up with really dry or hard dough. So to achieve the airy and pillowy donuts, this is how sticky your dough is supposed to be. Lightly grease a bowl, then transfer the dough inside. Now I'll brush some oil on it so that it doesn't dry off or becomes crusty. Let that rest for 1 hour 30 minutes in a warm area. After an hour 30 minutes, you can see it has doubled in size. Right here I have some parchment paper already cut, and this is just to place my balls. The next thing I'm going to do is to sprinkle some flour on it. This is just to avoid the dough from sticking to the paper. On a working surface, you want to sprinkle some flour, bring in the dough, then you're going to divide that into about 10 to 12 portions. I'll be using the kitchen scale so that my donuts will have almost the same sizes. Go ahead and roll that until a smooth ball is formed. You want to place that on the parchment paper, and you're going to cover again with a cloth and let it proof for about 30 to 45 minutes. In a pot over medium heat, you want to add in some oil. So let us check back on our donuts. You see it has doubled in size. At this point, you can start frying. What I usually do, I drop a little bit of dough inside there, and when it floats, then I know my oil is ready to go. I will now place my donuts inside there, and you want to be adjusting the heat, okay? You do not want like too much high heat. One side is going to fry for at least a minute or two depending on your heat, and if your oil gets too hot, you want to reduce it, or you can turn off the heat so it cools down a little bit. Okay, so you see that beautiful white line there. The secret of this white line is to let your donut go ahead and place that on an absorbent paper. Right now, let us check on our lemon curd. It looks, you see how thick that is? This is the perfect filling. You can also use this for your cakes, in baking, and for any desserts. To move on to the most important filling, in a pan I'll add in 1 cup of powdered milk, as you can see inside the cup, 1 cup, and I'll measure ½ cup of condensed milk in there. Then add in 2 tablespoons of evaporated milk. If you do not have evaporated milk, you can use liquid milk. That's a regular liquid milk. You want to mix that until it is smooth like this. This is the best milky filling you will ever use. Okay, one thing you have to know about the milky filling is when you mix, it has to be going inside the donut. You do not mix then let it stand, like it's gonna be so hard in such a way that you cannot use again. Or if you want to use, you're gonna add in more water inside to soften, and when you add in more water, it's gonna soften the texture. If you want to skip all the milky stuff, or you're lactose intolerant, you can as well use some chocolate. You can use some jam as well. So now what I'm going to do, you see the beautiful donut with that beautiful ring, white line there. You want to coat it with some powdered milk, okay? You have to lightly coat it, you don't need too much of that. Now use a knife to poke a hole at the corner. Then you're going to start putting the fillings inside. You can as well enjoy yours like this. You must not like put fillings inside, but if you really deem it possible, then you can put it in there. So just poke some holes in there, and the filling is going to follow later.
Cooking with Claudie, cooking with Claudie, easy simple recipe. Cooking with Claudie.
Apart from the milky donut, I just want to show you how pillowy, soft, and airy this recipe is. This is one of the best donut recipe, and it's a no-fail recipe. Many people have tried this recipe and the feedbacks were amazing. So make sure you try it, okay? And I'm just going to open this up for you guys to see the perfect filling, how beautiful that is. So guys, don't forget to check the comment section or the description box, because I'll be dropping the detailed recipe for you guys. And do not forget to let me know what you think about this recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll meet again. Bye for now and take care.